Okay, we've got our ears and our nose done. Next up is the one of the legs. We're going to start with one leg and then we'll set that one aside and make the second leg. So we're going to start by a chain 2 and work 6 single crochets in the second chain from our hook. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6. So we want to tighten that up a little bit with your tail so that it doesn't get crazy. We're going to skip that first chain 1 and we're going to work through the back loop only of all 6 of these stitches, working 2 single crochets through the back loop only in each one. Okay, so 2 single crochets through the back loop only in this first stitch. So we'll work 1 and 2, and in the next stitch through the back loop only we're going to work 1 single crochet and 2. Then in the next stitch 2 more, 2 more in the 4th stitch, 2 more in the 5th stitch, and 2 more in the 6th stitch. Okay, so now we have all 6 stitches done for the leg, and all you're going to do now is just work in the round until the leg's the right length. So we're going to work 1 stitch through the back loop only until our leg is the length that we want it to be. Okay, we've worked 2 stitches in each stitch through the back loop only, so now we have a total of 12 stitches, and at this point what we're going to do is just work 1 single crochet through the back loop only in each stitch around without joining at the end of each round. We're just going to work in a spiral now, and as we continue to work even now, meaning 1 stitch in each stitch, our work is going to start curling up on itself. See how my thumb's starting to go into a little bit of a cup? That's because our leg is starting to be formed now. Once we stop doing increases, the work starts coming up the sides and creating the leg. So here now is the right side facing of our work, and we're just going to work through the back loop only, 1 single crochet per stitch until our leg is the length that we want it to be. Okay, our leg is about 3 inches long, so I've cut the yarn and I want to slip stitch into the very next stitch through both loops, and we're going to slip stitch and fasten off. And what that does is make it a more even edge now, so there's not such a jog between the last stitch and the next stitch from the previous round. Because it's in a spiral, this helps to like even out that line a little bit. You won't notice once we start joining it for the body, but you want to go ahead and do this a second time, but don't fasten off the second one, and then I'll show you how we join them together to start the lower body. For a project like this, when you have lots of separate pieces, I think it's really a great idea to weave in ends as you go, just so that you get them out of the way and they don't obstruct your actual work. So I'm going to weave this end on the first leg through back and forth in a couple of directions until I think it's secure. Whoops, it was too far. Because I'm going to join the legs together now, so I want to weave that one in so it's just completely out of the way. Okay, so we've got 11 rounds total for our legs. One of them is fastened off with the ends woven in, and one of them we have our yarn still on the hook. And what we're going to do now is work all 12 stitches of this leg and all 12 stitches of this leg, but we're going to work them in one continuous round. So we're going to go from where we're at right here, we're going to work all the way around this leg and then all the way around this leg. So now we'll go from 12 stitches per round to 24 stitches per round. So we're just going to go from right where we left off in our current leg, and we're now going to, whoops, we want to work through the back loop only. So we'll grab the back loop only of that stitch, and we're going to single crochet through the back loop only in each stitch around the opposite leg. And then without joining, without any bells or whistles or tricks, we're just going to continue on once we've done all 12 of these, and continue on with all 12 stitches on the first leg where we began this round. Okay, so now we'll continue on with the back loop only of the other leg. And we're just going to work single crochet through the back loop only. After this round, this is when it starts to get exciting, because now you're going to start to recognize that these pieces are coming together to create an adorable little stuffed animal. So I'll set the work down after this round so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so we've made it all the way around our body, our first body round, and you'll see we have both the legs, but they're now joined as one piece with a body. And we're going to now work only these 12 stitches through the back loop only all the way around until we like the length of our body. Okay, our body is now complete. We've done 10 rounds of single crochet through the back loop only of all 24 stitches, and now we're ready to join the arms to the body.